Viewers, you're looking at scaffolding upside down and the top of my head and also Anthony's head, because here we are.
Hey again.
So basically, you guys have seen Batman vs Superman, or you should have done, because it clearly says spoiler review. Anthony, you saw this last night, not through illegal means, of course. How did you feel about Batman vs Superman?
Guys, if any of you are a really big superhero fan, a big Superman fan, a big Batman fan like me and John are, then I'm sorry, man. I feel for you. I really do. You need to get better at recording. Let's do this a little bit.
Oh,
there
okay,
we go. Now we can see each other.
Sorry,
better,
man.
a little bit more.
I'm trying to get rid of the wind. It goes into the mic.
Okay,
So,
I think they tried to do good things. I think the future is bright for the DC Cinematic Universe. I think Lex Luthor was interesting, different to the Lex Luthor that we are used to in the Superman comic books or in the other universes, but overall, I think that it wasn't a bad superhero movie. It was a bad movie, full stop. I think that there wasn't a lot of real tangible relationships between Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent, between Batman and Superman. They kind of just hated each other for the sake of hating each other from the very beginning. And then all of the build up, and then they only fought each other for 5 minutes. The movie is called Batman vs Superman. Okay, we've been looking forward to all of these fantastic movies that are coming out this year, and then the first big one that comes out after my man Deadpool, of course. After that, and it was a shambles. Utter, terrible shambles.
What do you
Awful.
think of Superman's death? Do you think that's like pure sensationalism to basically give the movie a massive cliffhanger?
To be
or do
honest,
you think
yeah,
it'll actually leave him dead?
I think that's one of the. I think that's one of the better parts of the movie.
Really?
There are a few things that I'll touch on that I think are a better part of the movie, and maybe if you welcome me back again, John, we'll go into it a little bit more deep.
Yes.
But I think the flashbacks of Batman or the flash forwards. If you know the Justice League storyline and you know about Flash travelling into the future and travelling back, and in an alternate reality Superman is actually evil because Lois Lane dies, if you know about that kind of stuff, then look into it. There's a few cartoons that are out there that will explain that side of the story. Also, the computer game Injustice has that plot line, so that is extremely interesting to me. I think that's brilliant. It also tells us that Superman is not dead. Superman is never dead. Okay, it's not going to happen.
They've got too much money to make out of that guy.
Superman is never dead. One rule that I will say to all of you, unless you you did see Superman lying there dead. Never mind. That rule doesn't account for this movie. Superman is not dead. But I like the Batman flashbacks. I like the fact that Superman is dead. There is a comic book called Superman is Dead, and it is amazing. The story is brilliant. The fact that Lex Luthor, you see him bald. Anybody who's worrying about Superman actually being dead, then you're an idiot, and two, don't worry because it's not going to happen. Okay, he will be back. I was reading comments afterwards from Jack Schneider, and he thinks that it's more interesting to have a Justice League without Superman. Because if you remember, in some storylines, which it looks like going in this one, the first mission of the Justice League is to bring back Superman. And they're working out how they're going to bring back Superman and why they're going to bring back Superman. But remember also, as well, that in the flashbacks from Batman, the Flash, which is the guy, if you didn't notice, says, "You were always right about him. You were always right about Superman." Which means that realm, that is the alternate reality of a bad Superman. That is Batman having these flashbacks. And also, there is another story, but I can't remember who the character is, where Batman has had something happen to his head. And that is why he's having these dreams, air quotes, dreams. Yeah. I don't think they're dreams, okay? I think he's been injected with something. I think it may be some sort, there is a back plot to this, okay? There is a back plot to the whole Batman. Batman just doesn't just sit down and have a flipping mental breakdown and visualise the future. That doesn't happen, okay? That's not Batman, okay? And also, Ben Affleck is not Batman. That was so bad. I was looking forward to him being Batman. If you remember me in a previous episode with the chin, chin looked bad. It looked really bad.
Bad chin.
His squashy mouth. It looked weird. It just looked strange. Okay, it looked like I can't even articulate it.
Okay, I think
next time.
Yeah, there's more to say.
This
We'll
is a
close off for now.
preview of the small spoiler review.
Of the spoiler review, part 2. Thank you, Anthony.
Love you guys.
Goodbye, world. Hello, scaffolding.